everyone. Welcome to Prison Breaking with Sarah and Paul, the Watch Party. As the title suggests, this is a podcast about the TV series Prison Break. So I'm Sarah Wayne Callies, and I played Dr. Sarah Tancredi.
And I'm Paul Adelstein, and I played Agent Paul Kellerman. Prison Break ran for 5 seasons, and fun fact, neither Sarah nor I have seen the show since it originally aired. This will be the first time either one of us have seen these episodes since the original airing a while ago.
And so our weekly podcast is actually 2 weekly podcasts. The first one is available wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Google, wherever. It'll always be there. And on that, Paul and I are going to talk about every episode in deep detail. The tattoos, the characters, the plot points, what happened behind the scenes, production, unheard stories, all that. Guests, contests, fan questions. It's going to be a ball.
And then the other element of our podcast is this watch party, the podcast you're listening to right now. Here, you will join Sarah and I as we watch every episode in real time. That means you're going to load up your Prison Break episode from whatever source that may be, streaming service, a DVD set you own, an online purchase, whatever it is. We'll count you down, we'll count us down, and we'll press play together. And from there, you will hear Sarah's and mine real, unfiltered, unedited reaction and commentary as we watch Prison Break for the first time since it aired.
So you guys and Paul and I will all have a watch party together. The first 2 watch party episodes will be available on our main feed like this. And after that, you can subscribe to them. So just scroll down into the show notes, find the subscribe link, and join our watch party community.
And one final thing, except for the pilot, each episode will begin with a previously on Prison Break. So don't skip over that. Part of the fun is watching those. And if your episode source doesn't have it, although most do, just hold a beat and we'll catch up to you. You ready?
I am so ready.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, we're going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Play. That buzzing sound.
Buzzing sound.
Hi, Wentworth.
Beating quickly.
I'm nervous.
I'm nervous to see this again.
Did you, when we made it,
yeah,
did you see it before it aired?
Yes. I remember my agents showed me in some room in maybe Papsadera's casting or something.
Mm-hmm.
She's so cool. I wish I was cool like that. That's the person I want to be. Dangerous and tattooed and...
Well, so...
Oh, well. Did you see it before it aired?
No.
So you watched it live with the rest of the
I'm trying to
people?
remember. I wonder if it seems weird that I would have.
No, it was really hard to see back then.
So.
Okay, wait.
I remember thinking, even when I read it. Oh yeah. Oh, Chicago.
I
really thought that
she
she was going to come back. I thought she was going to. Oh, you do?
Yeah. I found, remember Brandon, our props
Yep, of
brother?
Course. Brandon Props.
Brandon Props. He gave me one of the original 5. I've got this wonderful letter from him. It was really cool.
Oh, there you were.
I will read it at some point if we do this long enough.
So are we exactly synced up? Is he ripping a computer up right now?
Yes,
he opened
outside? The door. He stepped outside.
Yes. Yeah, we're good.
Look at that handsome
Toss it, Mike. Toss it, Michael.
What are you going to do with it? That's a hard drive.
There's no way that made it to the water.
There's no way that... I mean, listen, if it did, he should be playing for the Cubs. Why is she so hilarious in this? She's marvelous. I forgot about
Oh, my goodness. Wow, he's
not playing games. By the way, on my very first job ever, Oliver Platt would have White Castle Wednesday, and he would buy White Castle for the entire cast and crew every Wednesday.
Can I just mention that is production value right there? That is an actual helicopter.
That is not CG.
In an over-the-shoulder shot.
Right?
That is the power of Brett Ratner.
That is the power of Brett Ratner.
Yeah, who directed the pilot, who was a big feature director at that time.
Big feature director.
I do like the font. Oh, Sherilyn Bruce. She is a wonderful actor who's a Steppenwolf ensemble member.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, do we see her again?
I don't know.
I can't remember. The do you know the tattoo artist does come back?
Oh, she does? Okay.
She
I
does.
was
I can't
assuming she
remember
would.
when, but I remember when she came back, she'd had a baby like 3 weeks ago, and she was like in the trailer with this brand new baby.
Oh my goodness. I bet you can relate to that. We'll get into that later.
Oh my goodness. Oh, LJ. Camille Guati, who by the way was what, the third Mary Cruise?
The first Mary Cruise.
But we had the first of Wasn't
First
there
of
someone
3.
from the pilot that they reshot from the pilot?
Oh, I don't remember. Well, this is
I
the
think it's
pilot.
possible. No, when it aired. They reshot
By the way,
it
Marty Adelstein, producer, no relation.
It's all nepotism, Paul. It's
Yeah, nepo.
all
I'm not a nepo baby.
nepotism. They've known each other their whole lives.
I went to rival high school with Robbins High School, so I knew her since I was like 14. She and her sister, Susan.
You've known her your whole life.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I'm just
Meta.
being a meta. Man.
Yeah.
When you read it,
Joliet.
did you know? Like when you read this pilot, you were like, this is tight. No.
No, it's totally mysterious. There it is.
There it is.
Do you know what movie that this prison features prominently in?
I do not.
The Blues Brothers.
Really?
Joliet Jake. That's why they call him Joliet
Jake. And this was a real prison built that the prisoners themselves built, right? In like the 1860s. It was built by prisoner hands or something.
Wow.
And they
yeah.
No, go. Sorry, I'm interrupting you.
No, please. They what? Because
I think they condemned it, right? They determined that it was not fit for humans to live in, and then they brought in actors.
Right, exactly. And then they built another maximum security prison right down the road.
Mm-hmm.
But the architect of that prison also designed the famous water tower in Chicago. All those buildings right on Michigan Avenue are the same. They look exactly like it. Yeah. Here's the wonderful Wade Williams.
Oh, wonderful Wade
Who's
Williams.
so funny because Wade Williams was like a musical theater guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sings like an angel and can play the guitar brilliantly. I had done a movie with him, and he's one of the most talented guys. And then for him to play this like brute is so amazing.
By the way, small thing, that was actually Wentworth's handwriting.
Was it really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he must have. He's detailed like that, but that's his actual handwriting. Didn't you and Wade do a Michael Mann movie together?
Yes, we did. We did a Michael Mann movie called Collateral.
I remember you guys telling stories about that, and I thought it was so glamorous.
Crazy.
I was like, they're movie stars.
This is all staged now, right? This is all built.
No.
This is because it's the pilot. This is actual.
But they didn't build stages until like several. Maori.
Maori.
Till several months in, because we were shooting everything on location.
Oof.
And then there were all these snowstorms, and we kept being late to work because of the traffic. So they had stages. Welcome to Prisneyland, fish.
Did you know Maori before this?
I did not.
Me neither. He's such a wonderful guy.
Such a wonderful, wonderful human being.
Is this Act 1?
This is a great shot.
Or the end of the teaser?
I don't remember.
Did we? I'm sorry. This is a weird thing. We might have to go back.
Person?
Frank Grillo. It's Frank Grillo, isn't it?
That's Frank?
Oh, no, that's not Frank Grillo. He comes later.
Definitely not Frank Grillo.
It's not. Did we already miss the? We did the shot. Oh, of course. I talked about it at the time. Glad we can cut this out.
Where are you? What's happening?
Sorry,
what are you
nothing.
talking about?
I'm back.
Okay. You know, was it Dante Alighieri who lit this? This is beautiful lighting.
It really is. Yes, it was Dante Alighieri.
He's
wonderful DP.
a brilliant DP. I mean, just the quality of the light coming in on them. That yellow on her looks so beautiful.
At that. It's gorgeous.
And the reflection. So many of our background had actually spent a little time in Joliet and the facility across the street. I remember, yeah.
Oh, Muse Watson.
I love you, Muse. Talk about deeply kind. So I feel like Paul Schering told me that he spent a lot of time in chat rooms. By the way, that was a phone, right?
What?
They just panned over to a phone.
Oh,
a phone booth. A payphone. That's what they're called.
It figures prominently.
I know. I'm just for our millennial listeners. That's what a phone booth looks like. Link the sink.
Link the sink.
Snowflake. It's also a nice shot, that chain link fence.
Oh, no. I just paused for a second. I don't know how that happened. Okay.
Do you want me to make sure we're synced up?
Nope. We're good.
Okay. John Abruzzi.
Amazing.
That's such good writing.
That was a shot used a lot in the boom.
Yep.
There you go. That's
my heartbeat is calming down.
That's the out of Act 1. And I remember reading that and being like, "Oh, I'm starting to get it."
Yeah.
It's such a great little puzzle.
It is. It's a puzzle. The whole first season's a puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
But this is why it matters, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, this is nice work.
Did you audition for Sarah? Or was it an offer?
Offer? I'd never done anything.
Oh, so that's, yeah. You know what I auditioned for originally?
Tell me it was Lincoln.
It was Lincoln, and this was the audition scene.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You auditioned to play Lincoln Burrows?
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
I know.
That's amazing. I was sent the script for Veronica.
Right.
And I read it, and I was like, I don't like her. I don't think she's interesting. I like this doctor. And they were like, that's the smallest part in the entire pilot. I was like, that's okay.
You're like, not for long.
I didn't know. I didn't know enough about the business. Right. I was like, oh, sure. I'll take a 10/13 deal. And I mean, Sarah was supposed to die at the end of the first season.
But you did know enough about the business to say, I want to do the role that's interesting. So that's actually smart. Yeah.
I really want to see your audition for Lincoln. I bet you were great.
I remember there was some interview with either Schuring or Matt Olmstead, one of the other head writers, and they said it was a plaintive read. I just remember that. I remember that.
That doesn't feel like a nice thing to say.
No, it was because I just it was just a different, it's not what Dominic is. It was a more kind of pained man.
Yeah, I mean, you would have. Yeah,
This really is all so mysterious because we have no idea what this is at this point either. We don't even know who this is, right?
no. We just know that it's. We just know that this kid is connected to Michael.
He
But
calls
that's
him
it.
Uncle Mike at one point.
By the way, that's a nice fuzzy
Yep.
sweater that guy's wearing.
Yep.
They really shot Chicago well in this series.
Yes, I totally agree with that.
I mean, look, the lighting on that, just like the wet down on the pavement.
Like the only thing
whole
that
thing
makes
is
Chicago
beautiful.
look like this, which is how I think Chicago looks actually. This is a little more heightened because of the style, but like the bear also looks like this. It has the same coloring. And it's how to shoot Chicago. Here comes Peter Stormare. Love him.
Who is an absolute genius, but less Italian than
I mean,
possibly anybody alive.
possibly than anybody alive.
I love it. I love that
Is
he was just like, this is
doing
what I'm
an
going to sound
Italian
like.
accent or not? Is it just an accent?
A duck.
A duck.
A duck. I think this is just Peter's voice, right?
A
He's
duck.
so good.
Oof.
I mean, speaking of the bear,
I love it.
is this the fifth one?
The fifth what? Oh yeah, I'm a
Never
second
mind.
behind you.
I think I'm
Oh,
wrong.
there she is.
There she
Ladies
is.
and gentlemen, Sarah
In
Wayne
her
Callies.
20s. In her 20s.
You're so good.
Dude.
Nope.
We shot 23 takes of the master
What?
for this.
Why? Just getting it,
And
trying to get.
I had went and I had had dinner the night before, and I was like, oh, this guy's really lovely. And after the master, I was like, hey, it's nice working with you. I'm going to get fired. He goes, nope, it's just been like this.
Uh-huh.
I was
And
like,
it was that? Do you think that was Brett
23
Ratner?
takes
Do you
of a
think it was Paul
master?
Schering, or was it the
It was
producer?
Ratner.
Was
That was just
Don
the way
there?
he did it. I don't think so.
No.
I think I only shot like 2 days on the pilot.
Was he trying to get something that wasn't happening, or was he figuring it out, or was it just
I don't know.
indulgence, or like how did it feel to you?
Again, I was too new
Mm-hmm.
in the business. Inside these walls, that phrase became a part of the drinking game.
That's right. I love this. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh no.
By the way, I was grateful for how little hair and makeup they let me get away with.
Uh-huh.
The only other show I had done, they had like, it was kind of nuts. Oh, hey,
Baby.
baby Paul with all the hair.
And Danny McCarthy, the great Chicago actor who lives in New York. now.
Great actor. You guys were terrific together.
We had fun together. It was so.
So, wait,
For the
how did
people
you
that-
go from Lincoln Burrows?
I read for. I don't remember if I Alan Wilder, another Steppenwolf ensemble member.
The preacher?
Uh-huh.
The preacher?
Yep.
Oh.
I read for Schering and Marty Adelstein. I don't know if Don was in the room, and a casting director. And then it's a great moment.
Mm-hmm. It's a great moment.
And he's pissed, right? I'm getting you out of here.
They both have extraordinary vulnerability as actors.
And I totally buy them as brothers physically.
Yes, which is crazy. Hey! He was lovely, too. Another brilliant Chicago actor.
Yep.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so wait, how did you?
So I read for Lincoln, and then they called and said they want to read you for this other role that's a guest star in the pilot, but might come back. And I was like, meh. And then I read for it, and I'll never forget where I was when I got the offer. Oh, are they engaged? Oh, yeah, they are engaged. So I read
forgot
for
all
Lincoln.
about this. She was engaged. She kicks him to the curb, like, kind of quickly.
Quickly. I read for Lincoln. They called me back. I read for Kellerman.
No, these can't be real prison walls. Look at that behind him. That's got to be a studio.
Well, they also could have built a cell there.
Yeah.
So I read for Lincoln. They called me back. I read for Kellerman. I got an offer, but I almost said no. I was very close to saying no.
Thank God you didn't.
Was doing a pilot by that time. Oh, Chris Stolte, another great Chicago actor who is on Chicago Fire now and has been for 10 years.
Good for him. They had, I mean, Chicago was good to us in many ways, but one of them was just the deep bench of the gangster actors.
The deepest bench. And Stacy Keach. I love that kind of dialogue. I do.
Yeah, there's
kind of semi-noir. There's a semi-noir thing.
There is.
There is, absolutely.
The color of the walls is the color of a Tiffany store.
I almost didn't end up doing the show 3 different times, I think, because I almost said no because I was doing a
pilot?
I did a pilot, and then I was doing a movie, Memoirs of a Geisha, that almost conflicted. And then once it got picked up, it doesn't matter. It's a long story, but it's insane.
Wait, I want to hear this story, though. Let's put a pin in this.
Yeah, but once we get to it, put a pin in it.
We were in such different places in our careers. Like, you had a career. You had one.
I mean, this was I'd been a series regular one other time.
But you'd been in movies with Michael Mann. I've still never been in a good movie.
Wait, what I already done?
Another great shot.
And such an odd plot point that this is what Schering came up with. This is what the warden needs from Michael. He's building a model of the Taj Mahal.
Mm-hmm. And then the way it sort of comes back in the final episodes. It's really cool. That just makes me think of Hamilton. Son, don't call me son. Jesselyn Gilsig.
Do I kill?
Another
Oh, Phil
amazing
Smith
actor.
and Phil Smith. I kill one of them. I think I kill Phil.
You might kill them both.
I think I might kill them both. Yeah.
Is LJ?
Isn't it weird that I don't remember that?
Not really. I was in my 20s. You'd never been married. Neither of us had kids. It was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. And you know that I had moved from Chicago to Los Angeles after going back and forth for 10 years and working quite a bit, and finally was like, I spent 6 months a year in Los Angeles. I need to move to Los Angeles. I moved to Los Angeles. I didn't work for 6 months, and then I got
a job in Chicago.
Yep.
That's amazing.
That's how it goes.
By the way, those are not all easy lines to deliver, and she crushes it.
Yep. First season, we all went out to celebrate something. I think it was a People's Choice Award or something, or a nomination.
Mm-hmm.
And Marshall told us that he had gotten married or was getting married by jumping out of an airplane.
Yeah, it was the
Marshall plays LJ, yeah. And he was young.
He was young. They were skydiving. Or was it an engagement? I can't remember. I'm awfully glad those chutes opened.
Look at his eyes. It's insane. Look at her eyes.
They have
It's
the
insane.
same color eyes.
They're both beautiful. The evidence was cooked. I remember that so well.
It's funny the lines you remember.
Duck. Evidence was cooked.
A duck.
Robin Tunney said one of my favorite things had one of my favorite responses to like people saying stuff to her on the street. You know, she had been kind of an indie darling in the 90s, right? In the early 90s.
The Craft, all that stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff. And then when she was on Prison Break, she said she went into a Starbucks in Chicago and somebody said, What are you doing now? And she said, I make belts. Which I thought was amazing.
Belts?
Yeah, like it said, like, what have you been in recently? She was like, no, I just make belts now.
That's amazing.
Like, that's amazing. Chelsea Ross, ladies and gentlemen, a great character actor, which is a weird thing, saying character actor, but that's what people call him, including me.
I'm not entirely sure that all bishops walk around fully frocked all the time, but
right.
Do you kill him too?
Unclear. He certainly gets killed. They never say it was us. He played Conrad Hilton on Mad Men, and he was great.
Oh, wow.
Wondering whether it's time to start saying embarrassing things about myself or not.
Oh, absolutely. It's past time. But we're in Act 3. What's keeping you?
There's a lot of episodes left.
If we're not here to make fun of ourselves, what are we doing here?
I watched getting the tech set up. I watched the scene, and boy, I did not enjoy my own work.
Oh, it's impossible to watch yourself.
Do you ever? Okay, so this is a question I was going to ask, and we could put a pin in it for later. But do you? Oh my God, Brett Ratner. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
He killed the vice president's brother. He had me say that at least 30 times. And then he had me changing the grammar. Like the vice president's brother was killed by this man, et cetera, et cetera.
You can say it this way. You can say it this way. You can say it this way.
Oh, yeah. So great. Yeah, like origami.
Listen to you.
Peter was is such a nice guy, but he was so nice to me. I was so intimidated by him because of the roles he played, and he was such a kind guy.
He was like goofy.
Exactly.
He made me laugh a lot. It was great.
Yes.
He puts you at ease. And then he did that Volkswagen commercial. And I was like,
Right.
dude, you're amazing. Farfignugan?
Farfignugan.
D.B. Cooper. They really had to write this tight. You leave the wrong plot holes and this whole thing falls apart.
Here's my question. There was something from the first act where I'm like, is that something does Michael know that he's going to not fall in love with you, but is it like, does he know that you're the governor's daughter? Or is that not part of his plan? It must be, because it's on the wall, right?
It's on the wall. Yeah.
I just answered my own question. Okay.
That's okay. If I let you talk long enough, you'll cover it.
He didn't know he was going to fall in love with you.
I think the plan was to get me
to fall in
love with him so that I would leave the door open.
Got it.
I think the complication was he might have
no pun intended.
Had feelings.
No pun intended.
Wait, what was the pun?
Leave the door open.
No, literally. I meant literally leave the door open.
I know.
But that's not a pun. It's okay. I quit.
Sexual innuendo?
It's really hard for me to do two things at once, and like trying to watch this and commentate on it it's melting my brain. No, it's actually kind of funny. I'm sounding very silly, but I love Muse's work so much. I just want to. He's such an old cowboy, Muse Watson. Outside those walls.
Woof.
I doubt it. Did you just hit John Abruzzi? And Wentworth had just done that boxing movie, right?
Human Stain.
Yeah. So he was like, yeah.
Schofield.
That's going to send you to the infirmary soon, son.
Woof.
That's an insane amount of time.
Yeah. Is the shoe solitary?
Yep.
Whoa.
The special housing unit.
The Taj. What was it? That was a little improperly propagated riff.
Improperly propagated. Oh. You know, it's not every show that
kills a bishop.
Kills a man of the cloth.
I think that I was just about to say it. I think a really cool thing about this pilot, which is smart, is that there's a lot of tension, and then we're 2/3 of the way through, and then there's real violence. Not just, Michael gets beat up and then.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the stakes are kind of immediate.
Yeah. It makes it.
By the way, the production design of his bedroom was extraordinary.
Pretty great. A lot of information.
A lot of information. I just realized I might be way too far away from my mic. Oh, well, we'll see how this goes.
I hear you well.
Good. I remember, oh gosh, I just had this memory. Apparently, they digitally removed all of her freckles in the pilot.
No.
And then we went to series and they were like, wait, but you have freckles now. She's like, I've always had freckles.
Oh my goodness.
And they tried to get them out in like makeup and post. And Robin was like, can I just have freckles? Like, why is this a
I
thing?
mean, and they're so great. They're so cute.
I know. She's such a beautiful woman. It was such a funny. And I saw that close up on her and I was like, oh, that's right. Frecklegate.
This was the other audition scene, I believe.
Oh, sure. That tracks. Nice light touch on that, actually.
Two pounds of
2 pounds of weed looks like it would be a lot more than he was.
Also, you'd go away a long time, no?
I've never purchased 2 pounds of weed, so I'm not entirely sure.
Liar.
I can't smoke it. It puts me right to sleep.
Woof. Ouch.
Ouch. Interesting music cue.
Yeah, I mean,
Might have hit that one a little hard.
maybe. This is Camille Goutet, yeah?
Yeah, this is Camille Guadi.
Guadi, excuse me.
So there was somebody, they reshot this. They shot the original with somebody else.
Was she
And
replaced
Camille-
or did she go to do something else? Because I remember they kept not making
I don't
these
remember.
characters good deals, and they kept
They
Are you
kept getting
telling
other
me
jobs.
you're not wearing much makeup? You're so glowy and beautiful.
I'm 29.
Still. You're still glowy and beautiful. I can see you on the Zoom and you're glowy and beautiful.
Aw. Oh, this is interesting.
Oh, okay.
So, I want to put a pin in this because two things changed from the audition scene. I read this audition scene. I have my sides that I found. Yeah, we'll put a pin in this for after.
Okay, I'm write it down. Can I ask you a question? Are
You can
you a
ask me.
redhead?
I have red like in my hair, but no, I'm brunette.
Okay.
But I had done a campaign for L'Oreal and they had colored my hair for it. And the guy who did it was a guy named Orbe, who was a legendary hairstylist who did all of J-Lo's hair.
Wow.
And he colored my hair the same color as hers so that he could use all of her beautiful extensions on me. So my hair was J-Lo color.
Got it.
At that point. Man, this is back when they did scenes like this without like intimacy coaches and stuff. It's scary. By the way, there's a tape player in the background of her shot.
Nice.
Look at that.
Is there really?
Yeah, if you go back there, see? It's a tape player, the boombox to set the mood.
Yeah. I haven't seen one cell phone yet.
No.
Flip phones, which is the best for acting, by the way, but that's a separate
Oh,
topic.
it's so great to snap them shut.
Open and closed. It's both fantastic.
Yeah. Aw.
Oh,
Super's getting married.
Oh.
Sort of. And that was probably a real helicopter too, right?
Wait, I feel like we're in different places.
Wait, where are you?
Rockmond?
Yes, I'm in Rock.
Okay, but I think you're...
That wide shot had a helicopter in the back, and it occurred to me I didn't know if it was
and now
post
Michael?
or not.
Okay, now you on Michael and...
Yes.
Okay.
Pugneck.
It's a great delivery.
So what's that like for Wentworth? To be called
A cracker? Yeah,
Cracker
that's
and
strange.
Snowflake with a black dad. That's a conversation with him I never had.
Yeah. That's a helicopter shot. Right?
It is indeed.
Because there's no drones.
John Abruzzi, John Abruzzi. John Abruzzi, John Abruzzi.
What was the structural one? Something on sound?
Say what?
The thing he did with the warden about on sound properly.
Improperly propagated?
Yes, improperly propagated. Dominic must have gained 20 pounds of muscle between seasons 1 and 2, or between 2 and 4, maybe.
Really?
Yeah. He's slim here, and then he gets really jacked up.
Yeah, he gets big, hey?
Mm-hmm. For our listening public, Dominic is now married to Miley Cyrus's mom.
Trish
Cyrus.
That is Miley Cyrus's stepfather, Dominic
That's right.
Purcell.
That's right.
Remarkable.
Outside these walls. Is that a drinking thing? That's outside these walls. That's different.
I think either one. We need to find the
drinking games. Are we going to play
the
it?
drinking game rules? Yeah. Remember, there was something about every time I took my exam gloves on or off too. Oh, we're coming close to the end.
Did you?
$19.99. This aired in 2005. Five hours in makeup.
Oh my
Those
God.
tattoos were.
Such a great reveal.
Such a great reveal. Such a great reveal. So cool. We have to do an interview with the designer of those tattoos.
Yes, I would love that. I think the audience would love that too.
Holy smokes. This is the second time I've ever seen this. No, that's not right. It's the third. Dude. That is a helicopter shot. It is not a drone.
Yeah, it is.
We did not have drones. That is a helicopter. Ladies and gentlemen, we just finished the pilot. All right, y'all. You can hear us talk about it in the actual episode itself. Thank you for joining our watch party. This has been Prison Breaking with Paul and Sarah, or Sarah and Paul, depending on who you ask. Want to say goodbye, Paul?
Bye, Paul.
Prison Breaking with Sarah and Paul is a Caliber Studio production. Your hosts have been friends, but not besties, Sarah Wayne Callies and Paul Adelstein. Our prison warden has been producer Ben Haber. Our head of Jailhouse Rock is Paul Adelstein, who made the music for this podcast. Keeping us slim and trim in the prison yard has been sound designer and editor, the great Jeff Schmidt. Keeping us up to date on the outside world is production assistant Drew Austin. Letting the world know what's been happening to us in prison is social media manager Emma Tolkien. Our prison artist, logo, and brand designer is John Nunziato and Little Big Brands. Check them out at www.littlebig.brands.com. Follow us on Instagram at Prison Break Podcast. Email us at prisonbreaking@caliber-studio.com and call us at 401-3PBREAK. Prison Breaking with Sarah and Paul has been a Caliber Studio production. Thank you for listening.